Our Samsung CAC product is a larger mini split product. They're still a one-to-one system, but they're designed for more light commercial or commercial applications. As such, they have a few more protective modes on them and a few more control options that you can utilize. What I want to walk you through now is a very useful feature of our button that's listed as K4. Each time I push K4, it's going to tell me something about the way the system is operating. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. With one button push, I'm at step 1, which is our order frequency, which is telling me right now that this unit is ordering the compressor to run at 30 Hertz, way lower than the normal frequency that we might see. Pushing K4 a second time is telling me the current frequency, and we're currently at 30 Hertz, so we're following the order that's been given. Pushing the K4 button a third time will take us to the number of indoor units. Since this is a one-to-one system, we have one indoor unit. If I push K4 button a fourth time, this is showing us the sensor for outdoor air, so our ambient temperature sensor, which is currently displaying 22 degrees Celsius, which equates to approximately 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit. A fifth button push takes us to our compressor discharge sensor, which is currently right now showing 39 degrees Celsius, which translates to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Pushing K4 a sixth time will take me to our evaporator mid-temperature sensor. So this is the sensor in the middle of the evaporator. It's reading 2 degrees Celsius, which is 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit. It should be pretty easy to see this unit is experiencing some sort of a problem because we're at a temperature of that evaporator really close to freezing already. A seventh push of the K4 button is going to take us to our condensing temperature sensor, and it's currently showing 26 degrees Celsius, which equates to about 78.8 degrees Fahrenheit. An eighth button push will display the current, and so currently we're drawing 5.6 amps of current. A ninth button push will show us our fan RPM, so our fan's currently running at 50 revolutions per minute. Pushing it a 10th time will show us our target discharge temperature, what temperature we want the discharge line of the compressor to be at. That's displaying 43 degrees Celsius, which equates to 109 degrees Fahrenheit. When we push the K4 button 11 times, we're going to look at the EEV, and it's telling us that it's at 183 steps out of a total of 480 steps that it could be open. Pushing the K4 button 12 times now is going to show us the capacity sum of the indoor units in kilowatts. So we're running approximately 90 kilowatts of indoor unit capacity. Pushing it a 13th time is going to allow us to go into protective control mode, which is designated by the letter D. The first number 0 shows us that we are in the cooling mode. The number 1 shows us that we are in freeze protection, and the number 2 indicates that the compressor is being held at that frequency, and it will not allow it to ramp up, because if it did ramp up, the suction pressure would drop even lower and we would hit freezing temperature faster. Push it a 14th time and it goes to the letter E, which is telling us the temperature of the heating radiant plate, which is also known as the heat sink. That's the back of the board, and it's currently reading 42 degrees Celsius, which is about 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit. One last button push on the K4 would allow us to see some software revisions. This is not information you're normally going to go into yourself. Pushing it one more time will take us back to our current display, and now we should be able to go into the system and start our diagnosis and finding out why this unit is running in a freeze protection mode where it's holding the frequency of the compressor to that fixed value. For your information, all of the information you need to know on what each push of the K4 button or the other K buttons represents can be found in the installation manuals of all of the equipment that you can download, and you can find that on our website at samsunghvac.com or by using our Samsung HVAC mobile app, scanning the barcode, and finding the literature you need.